What's going on, peeps? Bronco Juggalo here. It is Wild Eye Wednesday, and I am still in Colorado. I forgot when I came up here, I forgot everything. I'm not prepared for this video. I forgot my tripod. I forgot my microphones. I forgot everything. So I apologize for any shaky cam. I'm doing this with the, on the fly kind of. The one thing I did remember was the movie Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell, aka the Japanese Evil Dead. This movie is fucking phenomenal. Came out in 1995. It got a DVD-R release in 2012, kind of like a made-on-demand thing. I believe this is its first official release, like official release. Brought to you from the fine folks over at Wild Eye and Visual Vengeance. Directed by Shinichi Fukuzawa, sorry. Sorry if I butchered that, I'm really sorry. Like I said, back in 1995, starts off in the 70s, feels like it was made in the 70s. For me, this film truly feels like Raimi went over to Japan right after making Evil Dead and said, let's do this all over again right here in Japan. The only thing it's missing is Bruce Campbell. Bodybuilder is trapped in a haunted house with his ex and a psychic when all hell breaks loose. Film actually built a massive cult following years before it ever got this release. Huge, awesome cult following for this film. And I can see why it's so beloved. This film is fucking awesome. I had such a blast with it. If I had one con for this film, it would be that it's too short. I wanted it to keep going. That'd be the only real con I have for this movie. In fact, I want you to take a look at my notes sheet. Yes, I take notes for my reviews. Why? Because, yeah, I could sit here and ramble on and on about everything I like about something or don't like. But if I have specific things I want to talk about, I want to make sure I remember them. If you look at my note sheet here, right there it says pros at the bottom there. And then over here where it usually says cons, as you can see, I scratched that out and I put more pros because I was just having a blast with this movie. It does take about 15 minutes to kind of get going, but that's okay. Once it gets started, I mean, and it's not boring or anything until it gets going. It's just building those characters that's leading up to what's going on. This is a subtitle movie, and if you're going to tell me, I don't watch subtitle movies, I don't watch foreign films, well, then you know what? Maybe my channel isn't the channel for you. And I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here, because that shit pisses me off. There's nothing I hate more than somebody that's closed-minded. Whether it's friend or foe, or just anybody coming by my channel and just saying that they don't do it. It just bothers me. Okay, you don't do it, fine. Don't do it. But you don't need to sit there and tell me about it, because I really don't give a shit. You're watching my channel, so obviously you want to hear what I have to say. If you don't, go watch somebody else's channel, all right? If you want to be a closed-minded person on this or just about any other subject, go somewhere else. That's how I am. Sorry. This film was very beautifully shot. That's the first thing I noticed about it, especially for a 1995 low-budget film. I thought this film was very beautifully shot. There is a creepy doll in it, and that's always a plus for me. I love creepy dolls. And the fact that this movie starts out with a kill is always a good thing. That always puts the movie on the right track as far as I'm concerned when it comes to horror. Starting out with a kill is always a good thing. The gore is low budget. The makeup effects are low budget. But between the gore, the makeup effects, and the camera tricks, they pulled it off brilliantly. It looks amazing. You can tell it's low budget, but it looks so much like the original Evil Dead did. You know, it looks just like the makeup and gore effects from the Evil Dead. I'm not saying they copied it, because they didn't copy it. It's got that same level where those guys that made Evil Dead ran off into the woods and made a film with friends. That's kind of what happened here in Japan. But they did it so well, and you can tell where their inspiration came from. And it was just so cool. I even love the old school visual effects. Not really CGI, but like, you know, the reversal effects or the melting effects. Stuff like they did just like in the Evil Dead. you know, using the goopy physical stuff like oatmeal and yogurt. You can tell. And it just looks really gross and gooey and disgusting, and it's awesome. You know, it's very 1970s. There's this great part where one of the characters gets their head chopped off, and the dead body jumps up and the headless body and attacks, and it's funny as hell. This movie, dude, oh my God, if you like The Evil Dead, but you don't like this movie, you're fucking insane, I'm telling you. Our main character's name, and I'm so going to butcher this, Noto, I think it is, Naoto. Noto, if I remember how it was said in the movie correctly. He straight up channels his inner Ash. He even finds a boomstick. But he also, I mean, it's called Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder. And there's a point where he also unleashes his inner bodybuilder. And it's pretty funny and it's pretty cool. But this dude channels Bruce Campbell. He's good. And people are going to say, oh, it's just a rip-off of that. If it is, give me more of them because they did a great job. You know, he also channeled when he does do that whole model, when the bodybuilding aspect of his personality comes into play in the movie. He's also like channeling his inner Hulk Hogan. Just a tiny little, not really a spoiler, but just, I mean, he goes all flexing and his shirt rips down. It rips down the back. At first, I was thinking, you know, the Hulk when I started seeing his shirt rip and all. But I was like, no, Hulk Hogan. He's like flexing and he's like showing off his stuff. That's Hulk Hogan, not just Hulk. I even like the dialogue. There's this really funny line where he's like, hey, asshole, you ain't human. Come get some, you know? And to me, it was just a blast. This movie was so much fun. The hour and I think it's an hour and 2 minutes just flew by. I wish it was longer. I wanted this movie to keep going. You know, maybe after this release, the guy that made it will come back and do another one. Just because now it's going to get some huge attention, I hope. Guys, this has been an awesome Wild Eye Wednesday. I may not have been prepared, but I had a blast. Minus my rant. That bugged me. And what it was is I was talking to people about stuff, and I kept hearing that, even from friends. You know, oh, I don't do this, or I don't do that for this reason, or that reason, or whatever. And it's like, all right, fine, whatever. You want to be closed-minded? Be closed-minded. But don't tell me about it. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm trying to bring something to you that's cool. All you have to say is, that's cool, dude. Not really for me. Okay, fine. I'm cool with that. Anyways, Bronco Juggalo. Peace.
Sometimes you just gotta ignore your enemies. Sometimes you just gotta make them bleed. I've headed up to here with all the fake shit. Fake friends huddled up, that's a snake pit. King Kong about to rumble on some ape shit. Stab you with some scissors.